Hey YouTube, Catman Awesome 9 back at you with another huge video because I don't do little videos anymore. I should probably I'll start doing smaller uploads, more like a daily deal, maybe like a bi-daily. I'm not quite sure if I should really do it every day because I don't know if I have time. But on the weekends I'll try and do a lot of videos for you guys. I might take my iPad with me to like locals one of these times and like maybe film a game or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll, take it with me and I'll have somebody record, like, their deck profile, take, like, whoever tops, and I'll see what they want to do. But most people at mine, they split. They don't like to play. They're usually like, I'd much rather being taught to take half and half instead of taking the full deal, It's kind of funny, but that's how they do it, for the most part. And, a lot of things to say here. First, the apologies. Let's get those out of the way. I'm sorry to you guys for not uploading more videos and not uploading as soon. I'm sorry for bashing Tour Guide, but I bashed that on a monetary value. It was not a bashing because of what it did and how it works. It was its consistency versus its price that really bothered me. Third apology, is about the last Yubel deck that I posted. I think that currently is my most viewed video, which is really surprising. But I guess a lot of people really are interested in Yubel, and there really aren't a lot of people who out there will go and do a Yubel deck. It's just not that a lot of people are just like, whatever. Yubel is... That's a weird card. I've never heard of that. I don't even know what that does. You'll come up against people who are, have... On DN, they have like 2,000 experience. They don't know what Yubel even is. And you're like, what? But anyway, after I done there, next on to the good things, shout-outs. Shout out to Yubel Mastery. Thanks so much, man, for promoting my channel on your channel. The thumbnail made me laugh. I just happened to be on YouTube when it went up, and I just decided to watch it, and, just thanks so much, man. I really can't thank you enough. The Catman was pretty amazing. I love the thumbnail. I don't know why. That's just the part I can never get over. But thanks so much, man. I will be doing all the things you said. I'm taking your advice. I don't get on the computer version a lot. I'm usually on my phone, so mobile's about all I use, and I can't change anything on my mobile. But and a shout out to Liquid Snake, because he was the first person who ever really pushed me on YouTube, and I know I've shouted him out maybe one other time. I'm pretty sure I shouted him out once, but if I didn't, I'm sorry, man. Thanks a lot. I know he's put my channel out there on one of his videos a long time ago, and, that was pretty exciting. That made me happy. But here we go. In honor of Yubel Mastery, saying, hi, Catman Awesome, here's this and that. Here's another Yubel deck. I have streamlined it. I have not perfected it. I'm not going to use the word perfected. I have increased its consistency and built it in a way that it makes a Yubel Nephthys loop happen every single game. Makes it kind of easier when you say it like that than when you say perfected. Because that's, I think, what I said last time. And that was a really poor choice in words, because that deck just was not that great. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people liked it, a lot of people watch it and were like, hey, that's kind of a cool deck, but it isn't nearly as good as this one, and I can tell, because this one is based a lot on Yubel Mastery's build, and it is so good. So, without any further ado, let's begin with the deck profile. So, still running the same 2 Yubel, 1 Yubel Terra Incarnate, 1 Ultimate Nightmare. Still running 3 Mystic Tomatoes, because Mystic Tomato is great in this deck, can special summon just about every monster in my deck. 3 Armageddon Knights, because I got 2 more, and Yubel cannot run without 3 Armageddon Knights. It really speeds the deck along. Ditch those Yubels and those Doom Shamans really early on. Set up all your plays for late game. 2 Dark Grepher. I only run 2 now because I didn't have room for a third one. I tried to keep it at a 40 card all the time. I know that's kind of like, oh, well, you just won't step out of your comfort zone and play 41 to put that third Grepher in. I know that's kind of, like, cheesy and almost makes you sound like a complete total noob. But there's no arguing with the fact that 40 cards means you're at your minimum. Your minimum means you can draw into your stuff that you need faster. So that's why I run 2 Greffer. If I had room, I'd put a 3rd one. So if I find something to take out, I probably will. 2 Dark Tinkers for your Doom Shaman Dark Tinker sync plays. 2 Doom Shamans because I got them finally. They were like 50 cents at my locals, which really surprised me. That was pretty awesome. I'm glad I got those. 1 Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys and 1 Hand of Nephthys because Hand gets out Sacred Phoenix even faster. Because I found that without Hand, in order to summon Sacred Phoenix, I either had to ditch it to the grave and reborn it, or I had to tribute summon for it, which is no fun with level 7s. So, Nephthys just makes that all easier. 1 Sangan, 1 Night Assailant, and now that you've seen those, you know 2 Tour Guides. And that's why I apologized earlier. I didn't want to have to talk about that now. But I picked them up for about, I think these were 10 apiece, which I know is a little pricey, but I'm glad I got them, so. It's not a bad card. It speeds this deck along. So, there's my monsters. Onto the spells, we got 2 Pot of Dualities, 2 Swing of Memories for those Doom Shaman special summons, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons because I hate back row, 1 Reinforcement of the Army because it special summons, or it doesn't special summon. Why did I say that? Yeah, it adds all my warriors to my hand. There are 5 of them in this deck, so Road is actually pretty viable. 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, because those are your cards that are at 1, that are staple in about every deck anymore. Not Foolish, but, you know, the other 3. 2 Torrential Tributes, because it destroys all monsters on the field, helps me get those Yubel level 2s out. 2 Limit Reverse, again, Yubel, Sangan, Dark Tinker, sets all those up if I need them. And 3 Call of the Haunted. Pretty simple. Extra deck, we've got 1 Tim Tempo, 1 Granosaurus, 1 Chronomaly Crystal Chrononaut, 1 Wind Up Zen Mains, 1 number 17 Leviathan Dragon, 1 number 30 Acid Golem of Destruction, 1 number 39 Utopia, 1 Gem Knight Pearl, 2 Stardust Dragons, 2 Scrap Dragons, 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend, 1 Darkened Dragon, and 1 Infernity Doom Dragon. You'll notice there are no Black Brood Dragos. It's just because I don't have any. If I get 3, I will take out these 2 and probably probably Granosaurus. So, those are just the things I'm probably going to take out. I want to do a couple things real quick. Sorry if it's really quiet, I'm just thinking. You listen to the music while I think. Okay, now I'm going to count a couple things real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 monsters. Alright, so there's a 22 monster count, and I want to talk about a couple of cards. I want to talk about, actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about every single monster individually in this deck, and I'm going to go over why it's here and how it really works in this deck. So we're going to start with Yubel. It's a Yubel deck. Second form. It's a Yubel deck. It blows the field up. That's its job. Third form. Just in case second form gets destroyed. Kind of, you know. I know this is almost too repetitive, but I went over those really fast because I only want to really talk about the second form, and the first and third forms are almost... If you could just go straight to the second form, then no one would run the first or the third. But, here we have Mystic Tomato, because it special summons... Out of my deck, I know it will special summon 1, 2, 3, 4 different monsters that here. There's 3 of those, so there's like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's probably about 10 out of those 22. There's probably about 15 to a little more than that. I think, because it's all but 5, so 17 monsters this Mystic Tomato can access if I just set it. And I don't draw any other monsters. To show you the power of Tomato in this deck. Moving on, we're going to go into Armageddon Knight and Dark Greffer. I'm going to talk about these guys at the same time. because they're in this deck for the same reasons. Armageddon Knight, when he's summoned, normal summon, flip summon, special summon, you get to send a dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. Pretty amazing. He gets rid of your Yubels, your Doom Shamans, your Dark Tinkers. Anything that you don't want to draw goes to your grave, which is just amazing, because that's deck thinning, and that's what this deck does. It plays out of your grave. Then Dark Grepher. Dark Grepher, again, deck thinning. Discard a dark from your hand, send a dark from your deck to your graveyard. It's pretty awesome. Do the same thing. That's why I talked about it at the same time. Hand of Nephthys. Tribute this monster and one other monster, special summon Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Pretty amazing. This card helps this deck get its loop off so consistently. It's a pretty amazing card. And I'll talk about those two a little bit more later. Doom Shaman, Dark Tinker, Sangan, Tour Guide. Tour Guide helps me get quick rank 3. Let's talk about it real quick, get it out of the way. It's a pretty decent card. About everybody has ran this card at one point, or wants to run this card in about every deck for some reason. Even in this deck where it has its reach, I feel that, like, if I was playing Dark Worlds with Leviers, I would probably love this card to death, but I just never was into that, so. Tour Guide's alright. On to these three cards right here. Doom Shaman, like I said, I don't know if I said this, but you Gemini summon him, you can special summon a Fiend type monster. So that's your Yubel, your Dark Tinker, your Sangan, stuff like that. Big play for Doom Shaman is to sink 8 for Blackroot Drago, which I don't have. So I sink 8 for Scrap Dragon. But you make him either of those, and then, and then you get to look at the top card of your deck because of Dark Tinker and decide to put it on top or bottom of your deck, which is awesome. So these two cards are pretty good. That's not my favorite play, however. My favorite play, because it's more damage and allows me to search, is when I have this field right here. I have Sacred Phoenix and Yubel on board. So Yubel's already destroyed Sacred Phoenix, came back, blew up all your spell and trap cards. I've got Yubel on board. I play Swing, special summon Doom Shaman, use my normal summon, special summon Sangan out of my grave. I guarantee you a 24 can get over any monster you have set, and I can punch you for 34. That's a huge chunk of damage. End phase, all monsters are destroyed. Sangan is sent from the field to the graveyard. I get to search my deck. Next turn, Nephthys comes back, blows up all spell and trap cards. I chain that call that I just set before my end phase. It special summons Sangan. It gets destroyed, and then I get another Sangan search. Then I discard that other Doom Shaman out of my hand. Special summon that Grepher. Or no, I can't add Grepher with Sangan. Let's say I added Tour Guide. I summon Tour Guide 3 and 3. Go for Acid Golem of Destruction. Kill your monster, attack you for 3,000. In phase, everything is destroyed. I don't have to minus for Acid Golem. These are the plays that Yubel decks just show off. They're so good at it, and that's what makes Yubel have so much variance and so much potential to be, I wouldn't say a tier 1 deck by any means. I wouldn't even say, I'd say tier 1.5. And that's a really high rating for Yubel. But I love Yubel so much. I really wasn't too interested in the deck. I found the cards online. All it was me just, on eBay, what the heck is this thing? Because I used to love playing Fiend decks, just random Fiends. And I was just like, holy crap, these cards are amazing. So I went around and collected a whole bunch of, I got, the Ultra, Terror Incarnate, as you saw, and I have the Super Yubel. That was the first Yubel I ever got. And the other one were from reprints from the Mega Pack, because I still haven't gotten together those, but, just things to look at with Yubel is what it can do. Its weaknesses are obvious. They're macros, they're DD crows, they're anything that banishes, that really throws them off and really screws them up, but past that, Yubel just has so much it can do. And, I want to shout out to Yubel Mastery one more time. Thanks a lot, man. You are literally the master of Yubel. You are the one guy on YouTube who... Yubel. That's it. And it's so good to see somebody who picks up a deck like Yubel and is just like, this is really cool. Because he's the one who really inspired me to love Yubel and try Yubel. So, thanks, man. I'll be taking all your advice, like I said, and I'm going to set everything up and get everything ready to go. Catman awesome, and I'll see you guys later.